How do you go from being this homeschooled kid in Alaska to running the business that you do now?
Well, I grew up in it. My dad had a similar business. So I grew up in the financial world. I mean, that's probably the easiest way to say it. I'm sure a lot of your listeners are familiar with Dave Ramsey. He's a household name, not just in the States, but in many other countries, especially in more conservative circles. But before Dave Ramsey, there was a guy named Larry Burkett, and he had a wonderful Bible study that developed financial principles from scripture. It was called Crown Financial. And my parents, specifically my dad, but my parents would teach that in our community. So growing up, Zuby, I saw how finances would change people's lives. And I saw how when finances were well managed, when people were good stewards of what God had given them, when people were using God's money God's way, how their lives flourished well beyond finances. I'm not talking about the prosperity gospel. I'm talking about people who they had more peace. They were being more intentional with their finances, and those things happen. It's amazing how other pieces of their life fall into place. But then the reverse is also true. When the finances were chaos, oftentimes we see marriages falling apart. People making their when they're financially weak or vulnerable, often making very short-term reactionary decisions. It's hard to plan for the future when you're not sure how to make the mortgage payment or the rent payment next week.